Yo, what's up guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video. The Kanto Cup has come to a close, but we've got one last video I wanted to show you guys with a cool Kanto Cup team. Alolan Raichu along with Dewgong and Alolan Muck. It's funny how in the Kanto Cup some of these teams are featuring more so Alolan Pokemon. I actually made a couple of teams that were specifically just Kanto Pokemon with like Kanto Sandslash, Primeape, and Hypno, I think. And they performed fairly well. But this will probably be the last Kanto Cup video for now, as this team was pretty fun for me. Two Pokemon I enjoy using quite a bit are Dewgong and Alolan Raichu. They're kind of opposites, right? You're going to be debuffing the opponents with Dewgong, and then Alolan Raichu has that hard-hitting Wild Charge where you're debuffing yourself. Our opponent swaps in a Slowpoke here, which we're able to counter pretty well. It actually lives the Thunder Punch, which I was surprised by, so I could have done one more Thunder Volt Switch before throwing. Or maybe just farmed up extra since they got off the Psyshock anyway. In comes a Shadow Nidoqueen, which is the worst nightmare for Raichu. Pretty much hard walls it since I'm running double electric moves. Maybe Psychic is the better coverage move to be able to one-shot this thing. Opponent makes a nice catch, which I kind of expected, but this Snorlax has energy, so I kind of want to get rid of it anyway. And I'm actually able to catch, since the Snorlax survived the Icy Wind. And now we come in here with Muck, and we're in a pretty good spot here. This is a situation where there's really no reason to shield, and I'm actually going straight for the Acid Spray because I know this Nidoqueen's going to have to expend an Earth Power to take me out here. So I'm just willing to debuff it, and then I know my Ice Shards are going to do a ton of damage. I get off an Acid Spray here. If they were not keeping track, they might actually shield, and they do shield. So that's huge for me. Now I just need to get to an Icy Wind, and honestly, by the time I get to an Icy Wind, the Ice Shards will probably feint them. Our opponent lags. I'm not sure if they lagged out or if they just gave up. The only win con there from them would either be like landing in Earth Power and hoping it does enough, or baiting me and then landing in Earth Power. So I don't think it was necessarily over yet. If they had enough energy, they might have still had a chance there. We get a little reward there. I think these battles are a little bit out of order. There's like 7 battles in total here. And we'll see what happens. All right, Dewgong into Mew. Obviously, we have to be worried about the Wild Charge here. This would hurt quite a bit. Our opponent swaps into Lapras, so I'm going to just save my energy. Swap into my H.U. I'm going to shield this Surf. This would hurt quite a bit for my Shadow Lapras, since we know Raichu's pretty squishy. A little bit of like visual lag there, but we overfarm a bit. I'm gonna go straight excuse me, straight for Thunder Punch against Mew. I get the shield, and I'm not quite in farm down range, so the Mew's actually forced to throw a move at me, which is pretty nice. In comes Surf. I'm debating whether I want to come in with the Muck or the loaded Dewgong. I decided to throw my Icy Wind here with Dewgong. And now I'm going to dip into Muck, so I'm not as threatened by the Wild Charge. So I'll definitely let this first one go. It is a Wild Charge. In comes Sandslash, and this is a little scary. This thing beats both of our remaining Pokemon, but we are up energy. So we land a Dark Pulse. Also, it is Shadow Claw. I'm really debating whether I want to shield this or not. I do decide to shield. It is just an Ice Punch, which is unfortunate. This should be another Ice Punch, which we should live. And by the time I throw this Dark Pulse, my switch timer will be up as well. So I get the last shield. I got to commit to a Water Pulse here. I decide to overfarm, right? Because I know I can live a Bulldoze, and I need energy to take out that Mew, and it's actually a Gyro Ball. I'm waiting for that Mew swap. Patience is a virtue. We have the Icy Wind for the Mew. Not going to allow it to get off a charge move. commit to the Water Pulse. Icy Wind would be double resisted, right? So you can't panic there and just settle for the Icy Wind. You got to commit to the Water Pulse. And we get the dub. Let's go. Kanto Cup's probably one of the metas I enjoy in Open Great League, or in terms of like Great League metas for Go Battle League. Interesting matchup here against Pinsir. We have to respect the close combat. We get baited with X-Scissor, so very nice bait by our opponent. They kind of have to shield this in return. Since Shadow Pinsir, I can only imagine, is quite glassy. Another move coming through. I don't think he's going to bait me twice, so I shield this one. And it's actually a superpower, not a close combat. In comes Lapras. This is sketchy because we're down a shield. I am willing to tank this Surf. It's not a Shadow Lapras this time, so at least I can tank this a little bit better. Gonna do 2 Volt Switches for proper timing. Get off my Thunder Punch. Now I'm only 1 Volt Switch away from my second Thunder Punch. But they let it go. Oh, no, wait. No, I have double Thunder Punches. Yeah, I have double Thunder. It's only 5 Volt Switches for double Thunder Punch. 80 energy, 5 times 16. So we land the Thunder Punch on Blastoise, which is really good for us. I actually catch the Hydro here on my Dewgong, which is a pretty nice play. I blind throw the Icy Wind, expecting the swap into Pinsir. We get the final shield, and now we're in a pretty comfortable spot. Even if this is a superpower that takes us out, Muck should be able to do the rest. Poison Jab down, almost at the Dark Pulse, and we troll a little bit. We stop tapping, and we spray. Gotta have a little bit of fun sometimes. Oh my goodness. Rise. Rise is a bad man, I guess. Good way or bad way, you decide. Next opponent, Venusaur. So, interesting lead. Obviously, the Frenzy Plant would pretty much one-shot us from a Shadow Venusaur, so we have to shield this. But we're dealing quite a bit of damage back with our Ice Shards and our Icy Wind. So Venusaur kind of has to shield this as well. In comes Lapras. A lot of people safe swapping Lapras, which our Raichu has been able to really exploit, and we sneak in a free Volt Switch there. Since our opponent didn't have ideal timing, this will allow me to actually double up, where I'll have a Thunder Punch and a Wild Charge. Oh no! This was the lag game. Oh man. I was so annoyed right there. Would have gotten off 2 moves with Raichu. We would have been able to Thunder Punch. If they shield, we get off another Thunder Punch. If they don't shield, we can blind Wild Charge something. So that was really frustrating, since we had 2 moves with our Raichu. We do snipe there with Muck, and we jab down. They come in with Venu, which catches me off guard. And there's a Blastoise in back. And I wasn't sure what the play was here. He still has a shield, so I figured if I debuff it, even if he takes me out, maybe my Dewgong can close. But the problem is the Venusaur banked a Frenzy Plant. So because the Venusaur banked a Frenzy Plant, it's going to win CMP against the Dewgong. Our opponent has a little bit of fun there, messing with us. Was he messing with us, or was that strategy? No, I don't think there was any reason for him to let us get him lower. Yeah, I think... Oh, maybe just waiting up the switch timer. I don't know. I think he was just messing with us. But G to the G. Opponent throws right at the Wild Charge, so I do respect it with a shield. It is a Wild Charge. They're going to dip out into Sand Slash. And we do not have a very good answer to Sand Slash with this team. So what I do is I Water Pulse, and then I go into Raichu. It is a Powder Snow Sand Slash, so it's not dealing super effective damage to us. I'm going to respect a potential Bulldoze here, and it was the Bulldoze, so it's a Good thing we shielded. We're going to double up on Thunder Punch. See if our opponent wants to shield, because if he shields, he's going to have to shield again. Nope, he lets it go. We know we can overfarm just a little bit here. Gonna bait with a Thunder Punch since our opponent still has both shields. We get it, and I get to a wild charge here. Will our opponent shield, or will they let this go? They let it go, and Raichu putting on a show. And fortunately, well, is this over? I'm not sure. We're going to get off a spray here, which is pretty nice, because it's their last Pokemon, so he's not going to be able to clear this debuff. But this Poly, if it can get to 2 Dynamic Punches, is going to be able to take out our Dewgong. So Dewgong really needs to be able to get to a charge move here. And Dewgong is, oh man. Dewgong is a ways away. And look at it. We make the catch. Nasty little catch, which I believe was unnecessary, right? Because we got to the Icy Wind beforehand, so we could have just thrown the Icy Wind. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure what the heck that catch was. That was, I don't know if that was a flex or what, but we'll take the win. Tough lead here into Machamp. This is a pretty awkward situation, right? Because Machamp doesn't have to shield our Acid Spray, but we kind of have to shield. They swap into Sand Slash, which is not that bad for us. Because we do resist the Shadow Claws. It's really just the Bulldoze that threatens us. And I'm actually willing to commit my second shield here, because I didn't think he was going to bait since I was already down a shield. I'm going for a bait here. I feel like he kind of has to shield to maintain switch. I do successfully bait. For some reason, I didn't throw my move there. I'm not sure why. Because I would have won CMP there, so I'm really not sure what I was thinking. Oh, maybe I wanted this big farm down. That's what I was thinking. I purposely didn't throw because I wanted this big farm down. Because if he had let his Sand Slash go and the Machamp was up a shield, I would have been in a tough spot. Uh-oh, more lag. Come on, lag. Stop it. You already took one game this video from us. Icy Wind coming through. Another Icy Wind coming through. Will the Machamp commit its last shield? It will. And then we aggressive swap Raichu, and there's a Pidgeot in back. So we're in a good spot here. Just going to throw a Thunder Punch. It should be enough to KO from this range, since we haven't been Feather Danced yet. And I have another one loaded for Mr. Machamp. And it's funny how a game that went from like one of the worst leads we could see to a pretty confident win in the end. Just made a nice little read there to actually not go for switch and take the big Ice Shard down on the Sand Slash, because once we had already gotten a shield, Shadow Machamp does not want to eat pretty much any charge move. So we get the win there. And would you look at that? This video flew by. I thought we had more battles, but that is all she wrote, folks. So thank you to those that made it through this video. I'm recording this this video super late. I worked out today twice, actually. Watched the Bucks game. We lost. Watched the Warriors-Grizzlies game, which Ja Morant, 47 points in a, man, for a 22-year-old, just absolutely insane. Ja, I knew he was the real deal when I saw him play in college, and he's proven to be the real deal in his young NBA career. But anyway, we're going on a side tangent. Thank you all for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you enjoyed the content. Comment down below. All comments help us out. And all that said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.